When you're describing the process in a little more specific detail, Andrew, to some of our clients, how do you describe it to them? I mean, this is kind of a scary thing.
Yes, it can be. It can be very overwhelming. In some ways, it's like finding that magic bullet for the seller. A lot of times, there's different triggers that motivate them, how they'd like to recapture those financials at the end, if they'd like to stay on board. So really diving in and exploring all that and trying to come up with that really unique solution for the client.
Well, and how can a person that's ready to sell, he or she is ready to sell their business, and you've explained this process to them, how can they run their business while this process is going on? I mean, that seems overwhelming too. How do you answer that when they say, you expect me to run this business and go through this process?
Sure. Yeah, we certainly encourage them to keep running business as normal. There's really no reason to take the foot off the gas at that point. But we try to reassure them, let us know that we'll get to work. We have a great team here that we can bring all hands on deck and really take a lot of that legwork out for the client.
See, I think that's a great point. They just need to go run the business.
Yep.
And let us do our job.
Mm-hmm.
And we will let them know when we need them and how they can be involved in the process, because they're obviously an important part of the process, because we've got to find the right match. We've always said around here that, we're kind of almost in the adoption business, because every seller, that's their baby.
Mm-hmm.
The business is their baby. And when they're ready to sell, we've got to find the right buyer, the right next set of parents to come in and take that baby to the next level.
One other thing that I do make sure, I don't know, Dick, if this is a good thing to do, but it's setting the expectation about the additional work that may come from selling the business in addition to running the business. Sellers have run their businesses for years. That's what they're experts at. We're experts at helping sellers sell companies and buyers buy companies. But there are times, especially when we get right before launch, I'll let them know, here comes your part-time job and it's me. So there'll be a lot of questions that I'll have for you periodically that will need a quick turnaround. There's documents that you're not used to producing or in different formats that you're not used to producing. There'll be buyer calls that we have that may last anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour long. So making sure that they're ready to take a little bit of extra time while running their business in the regular order and course of business, that will help us do our job well for them.
Jamar, I think you're right on target. What you've alluded to is something that's been a cornerstone of this firm for 40 years, and that's transparency. We have to be totally honest with our clients, and we expect them to be totally honest with us. That's the way we can really help them accomplish their objective and find the right set of parents to take their baby to the next level.